All right, what's going on? New day, new Gorilla Blood Radio. Daniel Korea here. Scott NDX joining us at the moment. We got Aaron Kendrick, who is at his place of business, and the Boobs is joining us as well. What's up, fellas? Scott, how you doing? Nah. One of those days? Yeah. Boobs, how you doing?
Fine. 54 degrees in Maysville, Kentucky. I get up today, I look out my window, and there's a cloud literally, like, right in front of my window, and nothing underneath. And it's raining underneath, but nothing, the cloud's right here, sitting at my window level.
Only in one spot.
The weather here is weird.
Weird. Aaron, what's going on at the hotel tonight? Anything fun?
Bullshit, that's what.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
No, I'm quitting this place. I'm putting in a notice tomorrow, and I'm really happy about it.
You heard it here first, folks. Shoot, man. Well, I got a question for y'all. Scott, you can be the first to answer this one. When you were 17, what were you doing?
Fuck if I remember. That was half my life ago. More than half my life. Fuck you for making me feel old. That's such an odd age to try to recall, though.
Well, the main reason why I asked is because I've been getting really into the Olympics since it just started up this week again. And I just watched a 17-year-old win a gold fucking medal. I can't believe that, dude. I mean, when I was 17, I was getting ready to graduate high school, thinking about going to school for college and stuff like that. This kid now, at 17 years old, has a gold medal. Like, god damn.
Is he still in high school?
I don't know. I happened to see this kid.
If I were in high school. What?
Yeah, what now?
Glitching already.
Oh no, not good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
If I were in high school and won a gold medal, I would wear that thing to class every single day.
I wouldn't doubt that shit.
And I would have it outside of my clothes so everyone could see it.
Why?
What is it a gold medal in?
The gold medal was in snowboarding slope style.
Fuck that shit. It's not a real sport. He didn't win a gold medal. He won fucking chocolate-covered shit. Fuck that shit. Where's your gold medal? I didn't go for a gold medal, but snowboarding's not a fucking sport like that.
Exactly.
Fuck.
I agree with you.
I always thought that shit was stupid.
Oh, now
Let's make snowboarding a fucking sport. Fuck you, skiing's not a sport. Snowboarding's not a sport.
Did we get a Olympic chess match?
Congratulations, you stand on a stick and went downhill. Fuck you.
Yeah, next year at the Summer Olympics we will have Olympic Texas Hold'em. There you go. Everything's a sport that isn't a sport in pro wrestling speak. Come on. The most athletic men, the most athletic competitors are pro wrestlers. And they're in a fake industry because a guy that has billions of dollars says, I want him to be my champion, or I want him to be my star. So that's fake. However, your world famous multiple time NFL Super Bowl champion New England Patriots got caught. And the NFL got caught and had to admit that, yeah, they may have done things that weren't exactly appropriate in football before. What kind of shit is that?
I don't know.
Crap on the planet. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was one of those things where I was watching the Olympics and to see a 17-year-old kid win a gold medal, and I stress kid because the guy looked like he wasn't even like 5'5". He was tiny. Winds up winning a gold medal, and the funniest part about the whole situation was afterwards he dropped a couple of F-bombs on live television. They had to apologize for it.
You know what's funny? At 17 years old, he should be worried about the gold medal. He should be worried about getting a girl and getting his first piece of ass and studying for his SATs and writing his final term paper. At 17 years old, I was getting ready to graduate high school. I wrote a term paper on AIDS.
Yeah.
HIV/AIDS. That was my senior term paper. That was the first year any information came out about the disease at all.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like, God damn it, I had very low aspirations, I guess, when it comes to things. But yeah, no, with snowboarding, it's more, that's more accessible and more one of those things that people do for recreation rather than, hey, I'm gonna go do cross country skiing and then shoot a freaking gun at a target. Like,
cross-boarding is a sport for Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Cross-boarding is a sport for, God. Who would, snowboarding. That is a sport for, who would snowboard?
Stoners, like the ones that have won over the years. Didn't Shaun White have a fucking, medal taken away because he was high?
I'm sure that has happened. Even in the Summer Olympics, we had issues with the Michael Phelps and the swimmers. Bodie Miller, a skier, has had issues. So
yeah, because they smoke marijuana full bore.
But all you see right now is Shaun White everywhere too.
Yeah,
he's like the face of American Olympics.
Hey.
But like 8 years ago, hey, good job, you won, but we're not going to give this to you because you like reefer.
Doesn't that suck?
Great did. I can't stand this shit myself because all I did was smell that in Manhattan yesterday, and I just wanted to punch every one of them. You know what? Marijuana, if you're going to smoke in public, everyone should get one free punch at you.
Love it.
One free punch. Don't take advantage. Just 5 fingers, ball them up. Bam! Punch him wherever the fuck you want, but one punch. Anything after that is an assault. You're assaulting my senses, I'm going to assault your face. You're assaulting my senses, I'm going to assault your balls. You're assaulting my senses, fuck your kidneys. Fuck you for, I'm going to smoke this shit in public. You're so lucky that, beating people over the head with baseball bats are illegal.
If you can't drink in public, you should be able to smoke marijuana in public. That's simple. Do it in your home. Do it in a bar. I don't care where you do it. Just don't do it in public because one, I used to smoke. Okay, I don't believe in letting little kids smoke marijuana. That is a decision you make when you're an adult. It's like drinking. We at a certain age, we all, at 17, we're going to a party and drinking liquor and getting drunk for the first time. Some of us did. Those are life experiences. That I knew I didn't like alcohol. I don't like feeling not controlling myself when I'm drinking, so I don't drink. I quit using marijuana for the simple fact that I'm too damn old. That's for kids, not for adults.
I've never smoked a shit in my life, so.
Neither have I. I don't plan on starting now.
And I
feel like I'm going to be forced to just by walking down the street.
You know what you do, Scott? You go get one of them nebulizers. Alice fell into stuff, and then figure a way to put it on like one of the little fans on it, so that it sucks from the nebulizer, and you just click it around and then blow that smoke if it comes to the fingers.
Nah, man, what we need to be able to do is just mace people.
You can do that, but it's called assault.
See, sometimes I wish I was like, good.
Can't take that shit anymore. It's just, ugh.
Yeah, no, sometimes I wish I was like, I worked for the federal government because, like, yeah, still technically a federal crime.
Yeah. They're good for eventually legalize it nationally, like which, and when they do, fine. Just smoke it at the bar, smoke it at your parties, do what you gotta do, but just like liquor, not outside with it. If I smell it, shame on you. If I see a drunk driver, I'm going to turn and kill someone. Right?
I don't personally care for it. I think it sucks, and I'm with Scott when it comes to I hate this being around the fucking smell.
Yeah. Well, eventually somebody will come up with an odorless one once it's legalized. They'll figure out how to odor so you keep somebody smoking marijuana. Well, how about that our wonderful Super Bowl champion, which isn't the New England Patriots.
Yay, but Scott still...
How about their idiotic city reaction after they won? Because what better way to celebrate, being champions by being demon losers?
You destroy your entire fucking city.
Well, that shit never happens when New York wins something. Just to let you know that, folks. Instead, we throw a parade, we throw ticker tape, we don't riot, you god fucking morons.
Hey, they can't help it.
Yes, they can. It's called stop being fucking stupid.
Yeah. But
God, I can't take this planet anymore. I want off this fucking planet. When I go into space, when can I take that stupid car to space?
Well, that brings me up on. I was telling Daniel my little story earlier. How you doing, there, Daniel? I'm gonna tell my little story. Subnautic.
Oh gosh, here we go.
This is my video game I bought, and I did it last night. But it's been a terrifying experience for me. You see, Subnautic is a game set on a planet that's contaminated by this disease called Ra. And you don't know it because you're shot out of it. You translate your life. And you have nothing. You have to start with nothing. And your life pod's broke, you got to go find stuff to fix. And anyhow, the whole gist is this planet is nothing but covered in water. And it's terrifying because there's like a lot of creatures on this planet that are really, really big. I mean, they're the size of seagulls. And so I'm playing this game the other night. I got my lights off. Little bit. I'm playing the game.
Aaron's trying to censor you.
What?
Is that the chair?
No, it's not me.
Oh. Well then, sorry, Boobs, to interrupt.
You squeaking right now, that ain't gonna happen, so.
I gotta, sorry to interrupt there, but, I just, added in our old friend that we haven't talked to in a long time, Bryan the Claw. What's up, Bryan?
Squeak, squeak, squeak. What's up, guys?
Is that you making all that noise?
No, it wasn't me. I heard it too.
Bryan.
Howard, Columbus, Ohio.
Cold and snowy.
Oh, like that.
Well, that sucks.
Not really. My love-hate relationship with snow definitely turned more to hate.
You know, it'll go away from concert, so when they come back 9 months later, depending on how they're working. Right?
Oh, I've noticed for the last about a month since I've been here, that's pretty much how it's been.
It was 54 here today, and I'm literally like 250 miles south, and it was 50. So
yeah, I think it's about 48 today.
Sucks.
Did you just get off of work?
No, I actually got invited to a concert from a coworker, so I was like, I got nothing else going on, I'll go.
Nice. What concert?
I have no idea. It's a smaller band, but they're pretty popular. They're pretty good bands.
What club are you going to?
A&R Music. It's right next to the Nationwide Center in downtown Columbus.
I don't know.
Right on. Are you still driving?
What?
Are you still driving?
I just started driving.
Oh, well, fuck. We're probably going to hear every single sound you make in the car.
You know what?
That's when I start singing.
Oh, God.
Don't fart. Just don't fart.
Are you kidding me? Why would I torture myself?
Yeah, it's all closed in. You can't get it out of there.
And Scott, don't confuse Bryan with Daniel, Scott.
Oh, thanks.
Daniel's pretty bad. I'm more of a snorer, but my farts can be pretty bad too.
Oh my God.
It's almost like Daniel has an aneurysm inside his body.
Jesus.
Oh, I know.
Scott knows from firsthand how Bryan is, though. He's got like a chainsaw for a throat, right?
Hey, I was in a different room. It didn't bother me.
Now, this
I have no idea what you're saying, Boobs.
I know, because Bryan.
So what do you do now, Bryan? What's your job?
I work for Honda, and I assemble Accords and Acuras.
Okay,
Not Honda.
yeah, you heard it here first.
Since I started there.
Yeah, please
It's
don't.
only 2018.
Dan,
By the month.
I can't wait for that first recall to happen. That's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, there's probably going to be more than one.
Whoops. Yeah, gotta make sure don't buy a car from Bryan's plant there for a while.
So,
They get shipped all over the U.S. and all over the world.
Well,
Not 2018, you're good.
Brian,
I don't think I'll have the funds for an Acura anytime soon. Anyway.
Right?
yeah.
special.
I get 25% off, and I can't even afford it.
Yeah, but you just got a new car recently anyway, so.
I mean, it's like 3 years old.
Big whoop-de-doo, it's still a car.
True. And it's pretty
More
new.
than I have right now. Then again, I don't know how to drive because I live in New York, and fuck it, we have the MTA system. It's as horrible as it is.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that system. It's not too bad, especially because of the traffic, but it's nice to have your own car in New York.
Yeah, but
No, it's not.
I would say no, only because, god damn, dude, all the traffic, finding a place to park, and, dude, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, that's true. Finding a place to park is kind of shitty out there, especially at the school that Scott worked at.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's no such thing as parking in the city.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's why I would probably work outside of the city, although I'd probably make less money that way.
Well, it depends on what you're doing, and where the hell are you going to park when you come back to the city to live? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is very true.
Why would anybody live there? That's what I'm wondering.
Because it's the best place in the world.
I don't think so that far, but I did really like it. It was really cool.
I'm sorry to say, best place in the world is probably Disneyland.
Probably. I want to say kind of maybe Disney World just because Disneyland's in California, and I'm definitely over California.
I've been in one, so.
At this point, I think Aaron City beats all of California.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
There's nothing here.
I'm okay with that.
Jeez.
We pretty much have everything you need on one street. We've got all the fast food places and Walmart.
That Chinese place was really good.
Oh yeah, fortune cookie, man.
That was the shit.
Yeah, dude. I've eaten that probably 4 times this week.
Is that street with all the fast food restaurants where the infamous dog orgy picture was taken?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You guys have never seen that, have you?
Yeah.
He's the dog word.
See, I'm really glad that Aaron doesn't text me anything. So happy about that.
I think there might be a hint of sarcasm in there.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
Probably sarcasm.
Worry.
He's gonna send it to you right now.
Don't worry, I plan on deleting whatever post I get before I look at it.
Before I even send it, I want to tell you guys this is 100% legit. A friend of mine found his dog. He was searching for his dog and found his dog partaking in this situation. And so he took a picture and sent it to a few friends and was like, "You're not gonna believe what my dog is doing."
So he got handed to the question, where's the dogs at?
Yeah, he put it in the Skype chat so you guys can kind of see what's.
Oh, good. I can easily close that without looking at anything. Done.
I don't want to crash right now, so I'm not going to look at it, but I'll look at it later.
So just to let you know what's going on, because the dog on the right looks like he's not doing anything, but his foot is stuck up one of the other dog's asses.
I'm helping.
Oh, good.
So
It's freaking terrible, but it's too fucking funny.
That's fucking hell.
Oh, good lord.
But here, I'll make up for it with a picture of my cat.
Hey, Con.
I won't be looking at that either.
That's the honest freaking picture. I know one thing Scott probably liked. The new Deadpool trailer with Cable.
You mean the one I haven't watched yet?
You still haven't watched it?
I have not.
Oh, man. Did you watch any of the other ones we were talking about? The Han Solo and...
Nope.
No? Oh, man. Yeah, man. You gotta see those, because the Deadpool... the new Deadpool one was pretty funny. They actually... he reenacts want to talk about it. Damn it. Man, it sucks. Scott, is it okay if I send you the link so you can watch it and then give us your opinion on air?
No.
Why?
You just do it. Oh, that's just what I do. Never mind.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Asking is probably a good call.
This is riveting.
I know. Tell me about it.
Bryan. Bryan, you hear me yet?
Wait, what?
I thought the dog orgy was going to be the key to a conversation.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Can we start talking about boobs again?
He's on the conversation with us.
I meant the other boobs.
We're not gonna get X-rated here, Brian. Not this. Well, we kind of already did.
So far,
Illinois.
Brian, Boobs is trying to talk to you. I don't know if you hear him.
keep
I
trying to...
can't hear him.
That's like, you're all day.
What boobs?
We're having communication issues between you two. So
It's all
yeah, we're having issues with that stuff. So
Well, it's the background noise. You can, mute your Skype. There you go, right? Mute your Skype.
I don't have problems hearing Aaron or Daniel.
It's me.
You guys have problems hearing me too?
No, you're fine also. Actually, we hear way too much of you right now. Sounds like you're writing a jet engine farts.
Is that any better?
I can kind of hear you now, boobs.
Thank you, Anthony, for having me tweak my system and fuck everything up.
well, now you're gonna have to tweak with it again when you go do the freaking other show. So
But yeah, because I have a show I have to go to, tomorrow night. What the fuck? Now can you hear me?
yeah.
Oh, you can hear me. Alright.
Loud.
Okay. Look, Brian, here's some scripture for you. You were down that by Nationwide Arena. Do you know who used to sit on the grounds of Nationwide Arena, Brian?
No.
State of the Ohio Penitentiary in Columbus.
I can barely hear you again.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what the hell. See, this is what happens when Nick Anthony sit in LA and tells you to adjust your fucking equipment for his fucking studio because he's a dumbass when you haven't done anything to your equipment and it's worked perfectly for so long.
See, I heard that whole rant, but just every now and then, you cut out for a minute.
This pisses me off. I swear to God.
Run with it, boobs, run with it.
So how was?
Oh, well, I'm good. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, is this any better? Oh.
So, Aaron, how are things going?
Okay, we're having issues with everybody now. Jesus Christ.
I'm fine unless you can't hear me.
No, I can hear you, Scott. I can't barely sometimes hear Aaron or Boobs and Brian. I hear all the background noise.
That's the problem.
He's probably driving around with his window open and the phone out the window.
Wait, should I open the window?
That should be fun. It's like listening to Nick Anthony when he does one of these. Oh, wait, he's actually done that before.
Yes, he has. Yeah,
That's pretty nice. Maybe if I'm not doing 80, that will help.
Oh, Jesus. Is it still snowing, or is it still, like, snow outside?
There's snow on the ground, but it's all like red.
Crazy. So, anybody get a chance to see the new 205 live from the past couple of weeks with the new general manager, Drake Maverick?
Well, that sounds like a segue to a conversation.
Yes, I'm trying. I'm actually trying.
Oh, hey, yes, I've been watching it.
Shit. So what are your thoughts on Drake Maverick there, Scott?
I was very surprised that he debuted as the 205 GM, but I'm very happy that he debuted as the 205 GM.
What now? Okay, we talked a little bit about it last week with the previous two matchups. This past week was he had Lince Dorado taking on Kalisto, and Hideo Itami taking on a debuting Roderick Strong.
Oh, damn.
Now, does that mean that Roddy's definitely up, or is it just for the 205 tournament?
I don't know. I'm kind of hoping he's gonna play all angles of this thing and be NXT for a while still and do his thing, beating up on whoever it is down there too.
It was also very nice to hear Nigel talk about Roddy and his history, and how the fact the two of them had history together.
Yeah.
On the Indies, because one of did you hear Roddy actually call him Kenta?
Yes.
Like, come on, Kenta! Come on, Hideo!
Yeah. He stuttered. It was like, oh, okay, cool. He caught himself afterwards, but I mean, it's just like, god damn it, whatever.
Let's have it when he's feuding with each other.
Well, but they also mentioned on commentary about Hideo being trained by the original Kenta Kobashi kind of thing. So at least they tried to.
Kenta. It was just Kenta and all the capitals to separate him from Kenta Kobashi.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like we lost someone.
Not nope. Somebody. I don't know what it is. I heard the noises, but whatever. But holy shit, man! I mean, the first two matches that we had for the first week with Metalik and Cedric Alexander, and then
Boobs just turned into a robot.
hello.
Well, Bryan is here twice.
Yeah, I know because something happened with his other previous one, and I didn't realize it was the other one. So.
What we were saying was something about stuff.
Okay. So, but when it came down to the first week of stuff with Metalik versus Alexander and Tyler Bate against TJP, you had a couple very different matches. Again, almost 15 minutes each. This time around, you got, again, two very different matches, with one being almost a full Lucha Libre style, and the other one being almost entirely basically strong style technical submissions. I thought it was pretty freaking sick.
Yes, I enjoyed watching two grown men slap the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
In their underwear.
Well, that's just a benefit.
Whoa.
And we went there.
Oh, gosh. But,
Alright, tell yourselves now.
uh-oh, why, what happened?
None. Just saying.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna ask you, Scott, do you think now, because they announced a couple more matches for the following week here, do you think my boy Mandrews has a shot?
Who is he wrestling?
Who is he wrestling? Why can't I remember that? I feel stupid not knowing that now. If he's facing freaking what's his name, Mustafa Ali, I think hell no. So
Oh, that poor bastard. Then
let me see, 205 Live Championship Tournament. I'm looking it up right now. Who is it? Trying to find WWE.com. I hate WWE.com now. It sucks. It is so not as good as it used to be.
Everything I'm just looking up 205 Live Cruiserweight Tournament.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be Gulag versus Nice, I think, as one.
Well, yes, that one we do know because he's trying to get them from no longer being comedy characters, even though that's the best thing happening for Gulak.
It's still a good PowerPoint presentation, though.
Yeah, I honestly, dude, I'm still a little miffed that we haven't gotten to see an actual decent PowerPoint presentation.
Too. I mean, I want that. I need that.
We'll get it eventually.
I hope so.
It's gonna be good. I love Drew Gulak. I think he's awesome. I love it. It's refreshing. It really is.
Yeah, he's been some of the most fun in that programming the whole way through.
Yeah, and now that he isn't playing second fiddle to Enzo,
I still think he should be the main heel of the program.
You think, who was that now, you thinking?
Gulak.
Oh, Gulak? Yeah, I think he could be, for sure. He's fun to watch. I mean, as this personality, it's great, but I love the fact that I still want to call him Spud, dude. Drake Maverick brought up the fact that he was like one of the most ruthless guys on the independent scene, basically stretching guys out and stuff.
And now you're just a comedy act. Like, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, comedy act is fine and all, but it's one of those things where it's like I still kind of want to see him like stretch the crap out of people, and I don't know. I like the idea of him going back to being a beast from time to time. So.
Well, he can still do that in the ring while being, comedy act outside it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, Mandrews is gonna face off against Tozawa.
Oh, Tozawa's gonna win. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
he's losing.
I just like the fact that Tozawa's trying to act like Vince McMahon. It's funny.
Well, yeah, that is absolutely hilarious, but that's going to cost Mandrews the match.
Yeah, probably.
No.
Although, I'm sure there's a lot of people saying, Roderick Strong just coming out for one match. He can't beat Kenta.
He sure did. And I'm not totally positive, but one of the wikis actually put up a bracket, and I don't think that they've set up the second round matchups yet. They just named winners, and I think they're going to make the matches differently than just, the ones that you saw win on the first day are going to face each other. So I don't think it's going to be straightforward like, hey, Cedric and TJP won on the same show, so it's going to be them two facing off. I don't think that that's...
I was thinking that could be a possibility, though, to explain. But then again, the reason why they don't have a bracket is because they haven't announced all 8 matches yet.
True. And then, so we do have 4 men, 2 matches that we don't know yet at all as of right now. So,
if you're going to pick someone to take the Cruiserweight belt, who are you going to pull?
Oh man, it's probably gonna end up being Cedric anyway.
See,
what?
I'd rather him chase.
Yeah, but with all the charges that have been dropped against Rich Swann, would you bring him back?
It's a possibility that he gets brought back in.
So we know Enzo isn't coming back, but that's because he didn't tell them what was going on.
Yeah,
it's not. So what's going on? Say anything was happening.
I'm hoping still. I'm kind of pulling for Gargano to be one of the last 4 we haven't heard from yet.
Yeah, but
I don't know if he's going to be in the tournament, but him being off of 205 Live, not being on 205 Live, okay, let's try this again in English. Him being on 205 Live could happen very soon.
Yeah.
Because Tommaso moves up too.
Possibly, or Tommaso takes his spot down in NXT only as a heel character.
So we're saying that 205 Live is a step up from NXT. When you said
205 to the main roster at least.
Well,
Technically, yes, because main roster. I mean, they're both television shows on the network, so that's kind of moving to the left and up one flight of stairs because you're on the main roster.
Okay, so you get the chance.
And you do get shots on Raw.
Okay, I guess
Yeah, I mean, we could see Roderick Strong wrestle on Raw sometime soon.
that would be interesting. That would be very nice.
I want to see him take on Apollo Crews and just break his ass and just fuck him up. And have that smile just wiped off his face.
Oh, that won't happen. You know that man's smile is permanently tattooed. Am I the only person that doesn't care for Apollo Crews there? I guess he's wasted talent.
Oh, I think.
I like Apollo Crews.
You mentioned the words waste of talent. I think he is a hell of a talent. It's just they don't know necessarily what to do with him.
Well,
What they should do with him, unfortunately, I hate to say this because I was very stoked when they signed Wuhan Nation. I saw his debut match.
Yeah. So now you're thinking shit can.
They should fire him. I'm sorry, the crowd don't give a shit. The crowd would rather watch your manager wrestle than you.
Yeah, I will say that now.
I think there'd be a chance.
And I mean, when I say that, I mean Dana.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
What
I'd
about?
rather watch Dana Brooke wrestle too, but fucking Titus gets more cheers than he does.
Yeah.
Like, oh hey, it's Apollo Crews. Hey, Titus O'Neil, alright!
Titus Brady.
Really?
If it were me, I would let Titus go.
Why?
I don't like seeing him wrestle.
Why?
I'd rather see him as a manager. He's very lackluster to me.
His body looks weird from the nipples down.
I wasn't gonna say it. For once, I wasn't gonna say it.
So it's because of his body that it's bothering, right?
No, it's just the whole thing. His moveset, he looks awkward in the ring to me.
He's
Like,
very
just how he moves.
lackluster. The guy is a very lackluster wrestler. He kind of reminds me of Mike Bennett without the tag team partner to cover up for all his crap.
Yeah.
And he's bow-legged, too.
Did you get you guys?
In a weird way, like he's trying to get bigger, like he's facing off against the bear and hoping to scare him.
I just find it funny that like they gave him a mic, and I know his skills are pretty good, not great, but pretty good. But I still can't help but go back to the send-off speech from his season of NXT and how bad that promo was.
Make it a win. You're making a fight. Cricket, make it a fight.
Dude, it was bad.
How did he keep his job from that?
I don't know.
Because he's a big guy, and that's what Vince likes.
Well,
Unless you touch him, and then he'll suspend you.
Big talentless guy.
well, here's the thing though.
He has a job because of his charity.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is he's very, very, very good with the public relations stuff, and he's very, very big in community
You know what?
service.
Mark Henry is very good with that too. He wasn't in the ring for 4 years.
Mhm.
And Mark
But it happened.
I gotta ask, now that Mark Henry's officially retired, do we get at WrestleMania this year his salmon-colored suit from when he fake retired and beat up John Cena at the Access?
Only if he goes into the Hall of Fame wearing that suit, talking about the Hall of Fame.
people will make it this year.
I seen.
Definitely should.
Yeah, who did we get officially now? So we got the Dudleys,
Yeah.
and then Goldberg, right?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of rumors about Bam Bam Bigelow this year.
Why
I'd be fine with that.
Why wasn't he already in there? That's the question that I have. It's Bam Bam. He redefined what big men are in pro wrestling.
Yeah, to me, he's still the best big man in pro wrestling ever.
See, for me, it's between him and Vader.
I still think he trumps Vader in just that, Vader, I remember hearing I don't know, never mind about that, but I know Bigelow took one of the biggest hits to his character ever by losing to Lawrence Taylor and still was able to come back as a threat.
Oh he had a stronger run after that, I think, in ECW.
Exactly, but it took him going to ECW to become a stronger threat again. And, just him and the TV title, him and Taz.
Yeah, him and Taz.
Him and Taz will go down as one of the... Taz needs to go into the Hall. Bigelow needs to go. Shit, I would even put Shane Douglas, because he held that company together for a long time.
I do think Shane Douglas has a spot in the Hall of Fame.
Someday.
Shit, put in a triple threat.
Yeah.
Put them both together. I don't care if Bigelow goes in as part of the triple threat group, I'd be fine. Because then you're putting in Candido and you're putting in Douglas as well.
Yeah.
I think it always goes back to the Coco Beware rule.
Yeah.
Coco Beware can be in the Hall of Fame. Anybody can.
That's the thing, though. You need those guys that help support companies. There's nothing wrong with Coco Beware going in my opinion.
No, me either. What did he really bring to the WWF?
A constant that you had a guy. Why was Johnny Rods in there if he was a jobber for his whole life?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, it's not the Coco Beware rule. It's the Johnny Rods rule. Coco Beware just took advantage.
Well, Johnny Rods he's an old timer. Vince has a thing for the old timers.
Yeah, but again, though, it has nothing to do with what you do in the ring. Overall, it's what you've done for the company. And Coco Beware was there for a long fucking time. He was a memorable character, especially during that cartoon era. He was able to work with guys like Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart.
High energy.
And stuff like that. He was able to be there as a constant in the undercard and midcard when you needed him. That's what you need from wrestlers sometimes.
Yeah.
And him being, recognized for that, there's nothing wrong with that. And then that means WWE should start recognizing other guys for doing such as that, like the guys from ECW. How come a guy like Raven hasn't been put into the Hall?
I can't answer that.
Shoot, I think if you got an ECW guy that goes in, that screams ECW, I think the first one's going to probably either be Heyman or Tommy Dreamer.
Probably Dreamer, because
I would love to be Dreamer.
That would blow the world's mind. But then Vince would have a problem because House of Hardcore is such a successful promotion, and Dreamer's not going to give that up. He's got to promote.
Why would he have to give it up for one night?
It's not that. They put them under a contract, and they have to abide by their rules because now they become WWE legends when they get on.
Well, no, because the last time Dreamer had a run, remember he came in and did the thing with the Wyatt family. Every night he was on TV, he had a House of Hardcore shirt.
I mean, there's a few people that WWE definitely has good relationships with, and Tommy Dreamer always seemed like one because he worked backstage, he worked on screen, he was able to work indies and do whatever he wants. He always felt like he got away with a lot of shit just because he's Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, and WWE, if there's one thing they've proven over the years, is that if the situation is right, they'll do business with anybody.
If it benefits them in some fashion, they'll do business. Obviously, what they're doing with Evolve recently.
Yeah, like they took Dave Sapolsky, and now William Regal is their talent scout there in Evolve now. So
but also working with Progress and stuff like that, bringing in a lot of guys from different companies and giving other companies their fair share. Like talking about Roderick Strong when they did the video, giving ROH the props that they deserve and all that stuff. Okay. They will acknowledge, at least through Triple H's side and the networks and preferably WWE.com. WWE.com has always been very good with that.
Now, here's an interesting thing. Progress UK is going to New Zealand, where I do Road Talk with the Rodeo over there. And Roddy's got a country coming up with their world champion with Progress UK. And they actually have a co-brand card on with Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
But it's just odd because WWE's working with them, Impact working with them. It's like they're not exclusive, and doesn't WWE tend to like to have that exclusivity with these things?
You're gonna have to start giving some things up if you want other things to work in your favor. I'm sure Triple H understands that, and he's the one that's probably doing this deal with Progress, and Vince is like hands off on it. That's why you see mainly the UK guys on 205 Live and NXT, and not on like the main roster for anything.
Yeah, with the exception of that one time that Pete Dunne was.
Yeah, but that was more for the hometown crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sucks because Pete Dunne is.
Pete Dunne, I expect to see a week from this Tuesday.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
In one of the matches.
That'd be...
I honestly expect to see him in the tournament.
The
Back to the Cruiserweight tournament.
Yeah. I think that'd be awesome if he was in it too, but
So let's mark off who we know. We know Tozawa's going to be in there.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander's already performed.
Yeah, I got the names right here for you. So it's Cedric Metalik, TJP, Tyler Bate, Itami Strong, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and then the 4 new ones for next week: Tozawa, Mandrews, Gulak, and Nice.
So while there's a pretty steep roster for 205 Live, that only leaves 4 guys, and possibly only 3 if our assumption Pete Dunne being in it is going to happen. Because right now they use 2 UK guys, and they brought up Roderick Strong for it.
Yeah.
So who are we going to suggest? We got Davari, Kendrick, Gallagher, Ali, Dar, possibly a returning Rich Swann?
Yeah, we haven't seen Dar too much in the last few months.
Which is he was injured.
Oh wait, never mind, knee injury.
Okay.
Oh, never mind for Kendrick also. His face is still broken.
Yeah, that when he got the knee to the face from Itami.
I'm not.
Okay, so then it leaves us down to Davari, Gallagher, Mustafa Ali, and a possibly returning Rich Swann.
So
it could be the last 4.
Yeah, unless you get the surprise entrant, that makes sense.
But who's the surprise entrant?
Well, if it could be,
I'm calling Pete Dunne.
Yeah, it's either gonna be the Rich Swann return or Pete Dunne then, or again, I'm crossing my fingers that it's a Gargano, but I'm not holding my breath.
Honestly, I don't think Gargano needs to come up for this just yet. I think Gargano, because Gargano has put his career on the line against his NXT career on the line against what's his name?
Almas,
yes.
Ooh.
Well, you never know. I mean, if he wins or loses, could depend. I mean, is that match next week?
I don't know. I wasn't unfortunate. I didn't get to watch NXT this week so far because again, me being an Olympic fan and watching all the crap.
Yeah, because it takes so long to watch 45 minutes of wrestling and skipping the shit you don't need to watch.
I don't. That's an interesting stip they put there because I mean we know that Ciampa's going to be the deciding factor in that match, but damn, Adrian Almas, that boy, dude, I was not thrilled when he won the title. We knew there was something wrong when Drew passed the torch, but to see him at a takeover in Philly, that was awesome, man.
I'm still saying this. Cien Almas has not had a bad match yet since getting hired by the WWE. It took him a while to find his groove with his gimmick, but fuck it, worked.
When he comes on, I'm like riveted and glued. I want to see what he's got going on because, damn, is he a fine one? And I never thought I'd say that because I did not like the guy when I first saw him, but now I'm like, wow. This guy has everything it is to be on the main roster. Why the hell is he sitting in NXT still?
So it sounds like you guys, as much as my man crush on Mandrews is, I think we're all in agreement that Tozawa's going to pull that one off.
It's unfortunately Tozawa, and they already seem like they're booking him for something.
Yeah.
With the fire thing that he's doing back, which is really hilarious, actually. You can see he's walking just like this.
Yeah, doing the stick up his ass walk.
It's like, oh, God. Plus, I'm also liking this new promo method that they're doing with the cell phones.
Yes, I do. I thought that was kind of neat. It's very different, and it kind of have that feel like it's straight from social media, and you don't have to worry about a very canned promo that's the fun part is you see those promos that you mainly see with SmackDown. You've seen a little bit on Raw, not as much, but when they have the backstage little interactions and they ignore the camera, and then they cut to one of those where they're looking straight in the camera and talking to it, it's really weird. I'd rather have them talk to the camera or realize that the camera's there.
Yeah, I know. It's more entertaining.
Yeah.
Than doing it right now.
What do you guys think about Gulak versus Nice? Who do you think's going to win that one?
I'm going with Gulak. I really think he's going to be pushed as the main heel of the company. Now that the other main heel of the company fucked up royally.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm leaning that way. Anybody else?
Gulak's got this great thing going on as this comedy heel, just like, I'm a really good guy. Well, you don't like good guys anymore. You're too good. We're gonna boo you. But he does it in such an entertaining way. It's different than what other guys have done in the past. I love it. Very well done.
I want Gulak to come out with the powerful presentation from Scott Steiner about his odds of winning the tournament. My chances of winning this tournament here.
Bryan's finally home.
I've been home for a while. I was just sitting in the car.
Oh. Because I just heard.
He does that when he's on the phone.
Yeah, I heard you lock the car behind you there. Aaron, what are your thoughts? You think Gulak or Nice?
I hope Gulak.
Yeah, so it seems like consensus there. So, okay, so if that's the case, then that means the second round people would be Cedric, TJP, Roderick, Kalisto, Tozawa, Gulak. And then if we have a potential, Mustafa Ali's got to be in there because they've been promoting him like crazy lately.
All right, so I'm going to say this. It'll probably be Ali versus Davari.
And then Ali beats Davari.
Yes, and then Gallagher versus whoever. Either Rich Swann or, in my opinion, Pete Dunne.
And you think whoever that is wins, whether it's Swan or Dunn?
Probably.
Done.
Okay. So then that means that so Mustafa Ali maybe. I mean, so dude, honestly, my hunch is that they're building the booking to be Cedric versus Mustafa. Like, it just seems like they're telegraphing it with their backstage segments too.
Well, that could also be a
Red
I
herring.
would prefer that to be a semifinals match, and actually have Ali go over.
And have him in the finals with say, yeah, you would think it'd have to be a heel.
I wish they don't do. First of all, there's not a lot of heels compared to faces in 205 Live.
Yeah.
So it's going to probably be face versus face. It should be. It's about the competition, not about good guy versus bad guy. You know? It shouldn't be about that. I can honestly see it be Ali and Roderick Strong in finals at WrestleMania.
That would be fun.
And I would very much enjoy that match. It would be a nice styles clash between the two of them. No pun intended for, styles clash. But, yeah, I mean, I think it would work very well if they tried something a little different and gave us two good guys with differing styles beating the crap out of each other for the most important title in that portion of the company.
Let's just hope that they give them the actual time on the actual show and not on the pre-show.
Well, again, if, with Triple H being in charge of this, it should go that route because,
Yeah, because the pre-show should be the Andre the Giant, and I would make this the curtain jerker match. This would be the opener right here. The Cruiserweight title. It's a title on the line of Mania. It should not be on the pre-show. That's for like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and
maybe the undercard women match, like the one that's not for a title.
Well, there is a rumor floating around out there they may do a Mae Young Battle Royal this year.
Oh, wow. Huh.
That are not on the card.
I wish that they would. They should, if they do that, they should call it something else because Mae Young already has something for her namesake, and I just don't know.
Mae Young and I saw Moolah.
Yeah.
Moolah would probably be a Moolah the Moolah Memorial Battle Royal.
That would be.
There's what about Sherry Martel Battle Royal? Let's give props to one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time, who was not just a wrestler, but a manager.
Hell of a manager.
Just one hell of a talent. Give some props to Sherry Martel.
Plus,
and all the stuff they've done, I haven't seen a lot about Sherry.
Probably because of the way she died.
yeah.
But so when do we get over that? When does China go in the Hall of Fame? Come on. I know things with bitches and stuff, but she was China. She was like a huge part of a reason that a whole generation got hooked on pro wrestling. She's an original member of DX. They're never going to give her that accolade, are they?
Well, they did mention her when they were talking about stuff with the Rumble and the women's wrestling and all that kind of stuff. They did bring her up.
And they did talk about her on Raw
That could be.
when they did the DX reunion.
Yeah.
You think maybe enough time's passed that they're willing to say, no matter what, because we have people in the Hall of Fame that have checkered past. Ric Flair, my God. Of all people.
Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah. Savage, Hogan, Mr. Perfect.
Hell, Mr. I Lost My Smile, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Big dramatic he is. He was.
Yeah, the infamous him taunting a fan, making it look like he's giving oral sex to a fake.
Something dick.
Yeah.
Just say it.
All right, I'm trying to be a little bit cautious with my
The
words.
huge dick is rubbing the balls. It's a very, very fucking graphic moment. You can find it online.
And it's funny because that's making it rounds again.
Find it by Googling Shawn Michaels sucking invisible dick.
Jeez. Oh, good lord.
It's like, I'm gonna try and finesse this the best I can. Oh wait, I work with a New Yorker. Fuck.
That's why we got you here, Scott. Yeah. Sometimes.
Invisible dick.
Yeah, that's.
Do it.
That's-
It's okay.
Yeah. Oh shit. Even what was it? The Candice Michelle Triple H under the table crap that they did when God, what episode of one of those episodes of Raw? It was back later on in the Attitude Era.
I remember Candice Michelle used to do softcore porn before she went into wrestling.
Yeah, but it was that was been floating around again all of a sudden too. So it's like, God damn, man, it's just funny. But yeah, no, there's a lot of guys that have checkered past. So I mean, it makes sense that sooner or later, hey, let's build a bridge, get over it, man, and let these people in.
If they deserve it for the merits that they have in pro wrestling, then yes, let's do that.
Yeah, because I think there's only one person they will never put in the Hall of Fame because of an incident, and that's it.
I'm guessing you're talking about he who shall not be named.
No, I'm talking about Chris Benoit.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm never going to forget the matches he put on. He was a great professional wrestler no matter what he did. He was great at what he did. During his career, he was best in the world. There was none that could do what Chris Benoit could do. He was the best. And it sickens me as to him being blackballed like that because shit happens. And to be honest with you, if it was what happened, and we've had conversations, you know how I feel about it. I don't think he did it. I think it was Kevin Sullivan. I think it was a hit. It just doesn't make any sense. The investigation lasted a whole hour, and it was over.
Well,
nothing.
Well, there's a lot about the investigation that nobody really knows.
Yeah.
The family voted to keep it a secret.
And Aaron, just the other day, I had not heard this before. He sent me I guess somebody put on YouTube the 911 call from one of the WWE executives. He basically called 911 to do just a welfare check on the house, just to see if anybody was there, because Benoit no-showed for that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard that before, and I was like, wow, okay, so
And,
yeah, they were really freaking out a little bit over it.
And also, Harry, I would suggest you go on YouTube and look up the interview that Chris Jericho did with Nancy Benoit's sister.
Okay.
Because she talks about all the conspiracy theories and everything, and basically just shuts it all down and says, the reason why the cops didn't say much is because we didn't want them to. So
Interesting.
I mean, it was bad from what she said. Benoit, the whole week leading up, was searching online how to get away with it. So I mean, it's not like it was like a spur of the moment thing that happened out of rage. He knew what he was going to do.
That's interesting. Aaron, weren't you at one point the big advocate for it being Kevin Sullivan that did it?
Well, yeah, when I was younger and didn't really understand it all.
No, it's just interesting that what a decade does to people, and how over time you just go, okay, yeah, that was just no.
I mean, well, the biggest part of that is that you become so attached to who you think someone is on TV that you try to justify it in your head. And I still think, no matter what, he had so many issues going on in his brain that it probably wasn't really the real Chris Benoit. But that doesn't change the fact that he had issues.
And that did it.
Yeah, and there were ways that he could have handled them other than what he did.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, like this whole CTE thing that they talk about, people snap. I'm sure. The flying headbutt, chair shots, German suplexes, people landing on your skull all the time. Something had to be fucked up there.
Oh, of course. And, his IQ had to have suffered because of it. But you also got to take into account the depression he was going through. Because all of his friends died right there together. I mean, Eddie, of course, Johnny Grunge, the Black Cat, all of his friends dying all at the same time. So, obviously he was depressed, but, I mean, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
Really sad. Really sad.
Yeah.
And that should have happened around the time of my birthday, a few days before my birthday. That kind of gives a hint of when that might be.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry I said that. But it's weird. We were celebrating, my father, my mother, and I. We went to a local restaurant, and all you saw on television was Nancy Grace about this whole thing. It was just non-stop. All about it. Nothing but. And you're sitting there just going, shit, this could ruin pro wrestling as a whole. It's surprising that pro wrestling was not only able to come out of that funk after a few years, but now has become very strong on the independent and international scene as it has.
Well, and you're talking head injuries and stuff like that, and we are starting to see a drop off in youth football and things like that have to do with a lot of the traumatic brain injuries or things like that. So I mean, it's not like it hasn't really affected some things. Pro wrestling in itself, yeah, it's its own little industry, but as a whole, the CTE thing being, acknowledged now, concussions, everything like that, it affects all other aspects of life too.
Yeah, and just talking about, finding out about what happened, I remember exactly where I was when I found out Benoit died. I remember where I was when I found out all the details that started coming out the next day.
Because
I remember sitting in 5th grade class when I found out Eddie Guerrero passed away. I remember the moment that I found out Owen Hart passed away. And I was 4 years old.
Well,
I was watching the news when Owen died, and I told my father about it because I know he liked Owen, and I told my mom. Mom's like, no, it's probably a stunt. Like, no, this is on the news. He fell. He dead.
Yeah. And
the Benoit thing, I remember that night while we were watching Raw, and throughout the evening, stuff was actually showing up online indicating that he did it.
what?
So that tribute show.
Well, and then wasn't it like the week before was the infamous exploding limo?
Yeah. Yeah, and then when we saw Vince in the ring, it's like tonight's not about stories or anything. It's all about paying tribute to one of our own.
When was the limo thing?
the limo thing happened like a month or two before this.
Okay.
No, it actually happened the week before.
It was like,
This night, the Benoit tribute show, that night was supposed to be Vince's funeral. This was like towards the end of that whole situation.
I'm looking it up right now.
You know what? In the end, it doesn't really matter. It's just the storyline had to end at that point.
Yeah.
Couldn't continue with that shit, and just you see that. And I think everyone I know when I first you saw people talking about Benoit and how much they miss him and how much they meant to him, and then you saw Regal, and Regal just had this dour look on his face. It's like, let's just see what happens. And that was it. It was like, fuck, he knows something. And then that's when kind of like the rumors start going online, and just like you start looking at it like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna end well. Ain't gonna end well at all.
Then there's the whole thing that apparently it was reported on Wikipedia that all three of them were found dead in their home before the news actually got out.
Good Lord.
But, I mean, it was taken down shortly thereafter. But, yeah, there was a huge investigation into that. And they determined in the end that it was apparently just someone playing a really badly timed joke.
That was 100% accurate?
Yeah, it was 100% accurate.
Yeah, it was about.
I think it came from the fact that it was kind of known that Benoit was missing, and he missed the pay-per-view, so that's probably where the joke came from.
It was about 2 weeks. The McMahon limo explosion, and then less than 2 weeks basically was what happened with the Benoit. So
yeah, because they scrapped one of the best angles, one of the most interesting angles they've done in a long time. McMahon got blown up in the limo. Everybody's like, "What the hell happened?" We didn't have internet.
It was all Paul London's fault.
Paul London standing there like smiling cheesy.
It was supposed to be Mr. Kennedy that was the son instead of Hornswoggle.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we all know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then his dumbass hurt Randy Orton, and Randy Orton bitched.
Rightfully so. That's one of the few times I'll support Randy Orton in that ever.
Yeah, well.
Speaking of Randy Orton interjecting his ass into stuff he shouldn't belong in.
Oh, God. He's talking about coming out and RKOing people out of nowhere during the middle of, like, matches or after matches.
Why? Why is he doing this? I know it's WrestleMania season and he wants to go to the big card, but why?
I just want to say, though, that was another really good segue.
Hey, it worked out okay, I guess. Shoot, man. Now, Orton, I want him to go away. I want him to just go away.
Why is Randy Orton still employed?
See, I feel like Orton has hit a stride that he hasn't really ever touched before in his career. And I feel like he's putting out some of the best matches and some of the best work he's put out in a long time.
And his character and his stories are just so boring and dull, and I don't give a fuck about him. Go away! No one wants to see you anymore!
I do.
See what I mean? No one!
And I like Randy Orton, but yeah, it's time for him to go away again for a while. It's always nice when he leaves and then comes back after a few months because it's a surprise.
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it's a very disappointing surprise. Oh, shit, Randy Orton's still employed. Fuck!
Oh, like Dolph Ziggler coming back at the Rumble.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit, Dolph Ziggler's still employed. Fuck!
See, when 30 hit and Ziggler came out, I was like, shit, I really hope he doesn't win. I was really scared for a second that he was going to win.
It was one of those moments where when 30 hit and I already knew it wasn't going to be Roman Reigns, I was less concerned. But to hear Ziggler's thing after they basically he gave up the U.S. title and now all of a sudden he's back, what the fuck for? Like, it seems silly to me.
Yeah, the fact that
Ziggler, fuck him. He shouldn't be on television. Randy Orton. God, can we get rid of both of them and make some room on SmackDown for some real talent?
I like Ziggler.
You know what's happening Tuesday night, right? Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Whoever wins is the fourth man in a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship.
Yeah, I regret reading that news online.
They're just, is it a soft work so Owens doesn't have to kill himself?
I don't know. Huh.
Why haven't they put that?
It's going to be a sell-off between him and Zayn.
I don't know, man. I as much as I like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I don't think that in the near future that they are going to get the world title over on SmackDown. It's not happening.
And see, that pisses me off. Kevin Owens deserves it. He's the...
Hell, dude, Sami Zayn has been putting on really good matches. His character has been amped up since he's paired back up with Owens.
Sami Zayn's heel turn has been one of the best things to happen in the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly enough, I never thought those words would ever come out of my mouth like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Sami Zayn is a heel. Fucking awesome. Anyway, I'd rather watch Zayn as a heel. Like, has anyone been watching the Mixed Match Challenge?
Nope.
I have not. No, I've been told by you I got to start watching it.
Enjoying this shit because it's been fucking hilarious. All 4 matches.
I got to go on there and watch that tonight as I'm falling asleep.
Seriously, Zayn killed it. Him and Braun. You know, Braun hits him. What's her name? Becky asks if he's okay. He's like, I'm fine. I just need a minute. I need 2 minutes. I need 3 minutes. I'll be fine. I need 3 minutes. Zayn was killing it with his character that whole match. It's great because it's very character driven and there's a lot of conversations you hear in the ring happening. So it's very fun. It's a good 15 minutes of entertainment and then you're done. Y'all need to watch this shit and get a good laugh on. Come on.
All right. I'm going to do that after the show. Oh, man.
I got it. Now, this is, I predicted this a while back. Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania. Is this match going to happen?
I would like to think so, only because even in the promo, you may not have thought of it that way, but I kind of did. Where when Shane and Daniel Bryan were arguing, and he keeps saying, "I think you're living vicariously through Sami and Kevin." I'm sitting there thinking, okay, maybe at WrestleMania he won't be living vicariously through them at all, and they're trying to put that out there to see what people's reactions would be if he actually got back in the ring or whatever, just to tease it a little bit.
And a way they can get him in there and do it, they could do a triple three-way 6-man tag with Shane on one side and him on the other. Him and Sami and Kevin on one side.
Shane and pick 2 people.
Shane and 2 WWE stalwarts, like a Randy Orton. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't be bad, I guess. And I'm trying to think who else it could be in there with them, but...
Well, Amdrag is still advocating to be able to wrestle.
Yes.
He's been saying this for a while, and the tests that he's been taking on his own, while I don't think they're FDA regulated, or I guess I don't know which one does the medical, because I don't look this shit up. All I know is that according to, the supposed baseline that he has after his multiple concussions throughout his career, his reaction time is slowed, but slowed for an athlete. So his reaction time is that of a normal person now. A lesion on his brain is quote-unquote what they use for anything to describe what they can't describe about a person's brain. Oh, you have a lesion.
Isn't this...
So, he is trying his damnedest to get back into the ring, and whether he's with the company or not at the end of this year, he will be wrestling again somewhere. It's just that he wants to wrestle probably in the WWE. And if he can get cleared, he doesn't have to wrestle every fucking week.
Which is good for him because, yeah, it'll be better for his health. Plus, then, again, they have that top crack medical staff that can work with him, and they know his situation, so his schedule can be lighter. In the ring can be lighter. They can design things around that. Whereas on the indies, he may have that feeling where he has to go a million miles an hour every night. I don't know. I'm hoping everything will be okay.
Happens, but right now, it feels like he may have convinced him that he can get back into the ring, and
Yeah.
Honestly, all they got to do is, Shane can come out and say, you know what, we're going to fight, but here's the deal, you're going to sign this. If anything should happen to you, it's not the fault of WWE, it's my fault.
The hold harmless agreement.
Yeah, this is all your fault. If anything should happen to you inside that ring, Daniel, I want you to know this one, not taking. Yeah, and that sells the match. Here's Daniel Bryan coming back, and Shane McMahon is going to protect him. I don't care. You like him or not, Shane McMahon is an accomplished professional. We forget that. He is an accomplished professional who takes high risks, and yet at the same time, he does know how to protect a man in the ring. He's done it in the past.
I don't know about that. He potatoes people a lot, too.
No, let's be honest. Dude, if Ric Flair was to talk about, Shane McMahon like he talked about Mick Foley, now there's your fucking stuntman. I'm sorry. Mick could wrestle a match when he really wanted to. Just watch him and Shawn Michaels from Mind Games '96. But fucking hell, man, I can't ever sit there and go, man, I saw a good Shane McMahon match. I cannot say that in my life. I can say, man, I saw a really good Shane McMahon bump.
Yeah.
I've never seen a really good Shane McMahon match. And yes, that's including King of the Ring with Kurt Angle.
Yeah, part of me was just thinking, like, out of all the bumps that Shane McMahon has taken that have been just crazy, it's kind of insane that he doesn't have any problems, and Daniel Bryan, who, I mean, yeah, he's probably had his fair share of mess-ups and bad bumps.
Watch his ROH shit. He never played it safe. Morishima sat on his fucking head.
But still, it's one of those things where, I mean, God, it's not like he's jumped off the top of the fucking Hell in a Cell or whatever. I think Daniel Bryan, you would think, as being a fully trained athlete, you would think he would be in better shape in this part of his career than a Shane McMahon, who is basically comes out of the woodwork once in a blue moon to do a match, takes a crazy bump, and then that's it. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just, for me, I guess it's one of those things where you would think that that karma would strike Shane, or you would hope karma would strike Shane rather than strike Daniel. When maybe karma's not the right word. So are you saying you wish that Shane broke his neck instead of Daniel Bryan? Or, just paraphrasing. No, I'm not saying that. It's one of those things where somebody who's as beloved as Daniel Bryan, it sucks. It's like the same thing like with Edge. Somebody who's so beloved has to have their career cut short, when it's one of those things where Shane, as much as he is now back in with the company, he didn't appreciate the business for the longest of time, and now you could start to see that a little bit more now, I guess, when it comes down to it. But I don't know. I just hate the fact that Daniel Bryan's career has been cut short, and that WWE has done this to him right now, and someone like Shane can still kind of freewheeling do whatever he wants, and it's like, man, you've done some crazy, stupid things, and I'm shocked you're not in traction right now.
Yeah, but all the crazy, stupid things he's done only happens once every 12 years.
Yeah, I guess.
Amdrag wrestled on the Indies for a good decade before he got signed. Okay?
Yeah.
He's been up and down the roads for a long time, wrestling day in, day out, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-minute matches every fucking time. Like they say, your body won't have so many bumps in it.
Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. I want to see Daniel Bryan back in the ring. I really do. You could tell he's still in love with the business, and I think WWE is kind of slowly killing him. The pun intended a little bit there, but God, man.
You always told them no.
Yeah.
When they said, you'll be the SmackDown general manager, you could have been like, no, I'm not. I'm just going to ride out this contract until I'm done, and then I'm going to go someplace that will let me wrestle.
We shall see what happens. But in all honesty, can you see? I mean, we're talking Hall of Famers earlier. Daniel Bryan, would they put him in the Hall of Fame? I think yes. I think they should.
I don't see why.
I don't know. He wasn't there that long, but I don't think he made an impact on the business, but I don't think he made a big enough impact on the business. I mean, granted, you got the Coco Beware rule, but like, I don't think just yet. Give him like 5, 8 years.
Well, but eventually, yeah, I think he'll be there, Scott. I think you were thinking along the same lines.
Well, I would think that he would go there. I mean, if you could bring in the merits of guys like Antonio Inoki and Nick Bockwinkel, who never wrestled in the WWE ring, and put them in the Hall of Fame, I think Amdrag for his indie, career alone could go in.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's hoping. I don't know, man. I want to see him back, and I hope it's at WrestleMania. I'm not holding my breath at it though. As much as I want to think that conversation the other day was a tease, I don't know. I still don't kind of think that they're actually going to go through with it just because they're paranoid.
Yeah, and Ronda Rousey was going to show up at the Royal Rumble either way.
Whatever. If they do that, I don't know. I still kind of feel bad for the women after being they go through that whole match, and here comes Ronda Rousey and kind of overshadows them.
Did anybody notice how like sloppy that looked from Rousey? Like she did not look that confident. It was like she had no.
She doesn't know how to point at a fucking sign. Yes, that's exactly what she looked like.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I don't know. Even it was funny because people on Twitter were going off on it, and even Nia Jax and Nikki Bella were getting into it, saying like, "What the hell, man? Like, we bust her ass to make this happen," and then she just kind of walks out. So I'm like, okay, they're making it sound like it's more of a big deal, and I don't know. So we'll.
You know what? They want to be treated like the men and be considered on the same level as all the men. Well, this is something the men have had to deal with for years.
That's true.
Get over themselves. See, I bet in 6 months, when all their paychecks are damn near doubled what they are now, they won't be complaining.
It's not going to happen. I don't think Ronda Rousey is going to make a damn bit of difference. I don't think anyone's interested in Ronda Rousey in WWE. It's a one-off at best.
You know what? It's possible that happens, Harry. But to assume that that's going to happen is pretty stupid.
Because a lot of what I've seen and heard is people complaining, hey, as soon as she lost in UFC, she took her ball and ran home. Okay, which is what she did. She took her ball and ran home. But the only use I can see for her, do not put her in with Charlotte. Do not put her in with anybody. If you're going to put her, be Charlotte. I can guarantee you, it's going to be Charlotte because that's the only thing that would make sense. And that's going to suck to high heaven, because there are other women who have worked their asses off for that company that deserve that opportunity, and it's going to be somebody who did nothing but showed up at WrestleMania 31, stepped in the ring, twisted Stephanie McMahon's arm, and got a pop. If anything, put her in a match against Steph and Trips with her and Rock or whatever, and don't waste your women's championship match. Somebody who does not deserve it. She has done nothing for pro wrestling, and that's the point. She has done nothing. She hasn't innovated anything. She's never accomplished anything inside of a wrestling ring. Well, what she did at UFC was amazing, but that isn't professional wrestling.
But she's bringing those eyes. She's bringing that legitimacy. Brock Lesnar. How many fights did Brock Lesnar lose?
Lesnar coming back did bring a lot of people, and they're not here now. Some of them are. They're not here now.
Harry, you don't have anything to base that on. You can't just say that.
Well, I mean, the numbers have consistently gone down for the E over the last few years, Brock Lesnar or not.
But
I mean, you can't say that it's because of him, though.
I'm not saying it's because of him. If he was,
he's saying that they're not sticking around because of him.
Exactly, and that's the point.
You don't know that, though.
Well, whether or not they stick around for the long term, WWE is about the eyes on the product in the fits and spurts when it comes to the pay-per-views and stuff. If they're getting eyes to watch the shows, if they're getting the people tuning in to the Raw after a pay-per-view because Ronda Rousey showed up, then I get why they do it, as much as I may not like it. But to go back to Aaron's point, I really do think that all the stuff that's been going on lately, I think the women are going to be getting a bump in pay across the board, mainly because of the fact that they're being featured more often now. Yeah. And they're selling more merchandise. I know for the longest of time, Bayley was up there selling a bunch of merch. Nikki Bella was one of the highest merch sellers for a while there. Same with Brie. I mean, I can totally see them ended up getting more out of it because now they have a little bit more leverage to negotiate contracts and stuff. Rousey bringing eyes to the product is one thing, and it may bring some eyes, but I do agree with Harry in a sense that I don't want her in a match at the moment with anybody on the regular roster. If they do what they teased at that WrestleMania in Santa Clara, with The Rock and her against Trips and Stephanie, I'm fine with that. But I just, I don't know.
It's going to be such a lackluster thing because I don't think anyone's gonna realistically think that Ronda Rousey and Stephanie are going to match.
No, that's why. But she plays the chicken shit heel the whole time and keeps.
Yeah, it's not about wrestling. It's about Ronda Rousey getting her hands on Stephanie.
Yeah. So
that makes sense to me. But my big problem is if you put her in there with Charlotte, you are wasting a title match at WrestleMania on something that you're going to have Charlotte Flair, who is a great professional wrestler. Nobody doubts her abilities and her accomplishments. Okay, she is a great wrestler. But you have her go to WrestleMania and job to Ronda Rousey?
Yeah. But the thing is, it's either going to be her or it's going to be Alexa Bliss. I mean,
no.
Realistically,
we don't know that yet.
This is getting a championship match.
Right, and nobody knows who Asuka's facing yet. Maybe Asuka takes Ronda Rousey on. Maybe it's Asuka Rousey. She doesn't want the title. She wants Ronda Rousey.
And that, to me, would even be a bigger waste because Asuka's losing streak had to be, taken down by an MMA fighter, really?
Yeah. So, you see what I mean? The best use for her is going to be in a tag team, like we described, because you have Alexa Bliss, and then you have whatever's going to happen on Raw or SmackDown, and we expect that to be who's going to face Charlotte at Mania. Bliss is going to get Asuka, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be Bliss versus Asuka, and maybe they do some build-up where, you get, Becky Lynch again. I think that by that time, that's probably when they're going to bring in the Carmella thing again, with the Money in the Bank cash in, because they've been teasing that again in the past few weeks. She damn near cashed it in until she knocked the referee out of the damn ring. That was pretty funny. That was pretty good, I gotta say.
I really want to cash it in.
Coming back to the Royal Rumble and everybody getting pissed off and in their feelings about Rousey, my parting thoughts on the situation is that no one can take away from it that those 30 women were in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match.
True.
They were the second women's match to ever main event a pay-per-view.
True.
They need to stop acting like people can take it away from them. Nobody can take it away from them. They did that. They're in the history books. They made history. Nobody can take that from them. Stop acting like they can.
The point was that after all they accomplished that night, the thing people are walking away with isn't Asuka's announcement. It was fucking Ronda Rousey.
You just completely ignored what I said.
No, I didn't ignore what you said.
You're acting like people can take that moment away from them. Nobody can.
No,
that was Rousey. That was the moment Ronda Rousey showed up. Asuka was supposed to make her announcement, and she didn't make it. She still hasn't made it. So, yes, Ronda Rousey stole that Royal Rumble moment from those two men.
No, because it wasn't in the script for her to say who she was facing then, Harry. It's not like Rousey just showed up to the arena and said, hey, I'm going to interrupt everything.
Yeah, it wasn't total
Hey,
shit.
sorry, Vince, I'm going to walk out here real quick.
Yeah. Scott, you were trying to say something there when Aaron was talking.
I'm with Aaron on this one that she didn't steal the moment, but she overshadowed it. That's just as bad in this case because that was a huge moment for Asuka. I think the best way it should have ended once Rousey left the ring, Asuka beat the fuck out of the other two women in there.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. You just said she overshadowed everything.
Overshadowed. I don't think she stole the moment because they still have their moment, like you said.
So if she overshadowed,
it should have been Asuka's moment.
If she overshadowed the Royal Rumble match, doesn't that mean that she's a big star?
No one's saying she's not a big star, but it doesn't take away the fact that she overshadowed something that they could have done on Monday.
Well, it wouldn't have been as
I agree.
They've easily had her come out on Monday. Asuka's not ready to make her decision.
They wouldn't have gotten the visual of her staring down both champions and the Royal Rumble winner, though.
They could have easily have done that, though, if they brought her in saying Asuka's going to make her decision. She wants both champions there because she beat the crap out of them the night before, like she should have.
Well, I mean, that's
standing in the ring watching Ronda Rousey walk around and like, who is this bitch in a fucking jacket that's way too big for her?
And it was the night after a pay-per-view, so everyone knows that for the most part, most people stay in the same area.
You know, there were still 3.6 million people watching that episode of Raw.
Yeah, I'm with you, Scott. I completely agree.
You know, my point is, I just think in 6 months we're going to look back at WrestleMania and say, wow, you know, Ronda Rousey did good for business.
I'm sure.
As usual, we'll look back and go, fuck, WrestleMania sucked. I can't wait for SummerSlam. Oh, wait, that's what I said.
You know, I mean, realistically, how could Ronda Rousey possibly have a negative influence on business?
No, I don't think she can.
People coming in, causing animosity in the locker room. No one wanted to do business with her in the end. Yeah, it could fuck some shit up.
Do you seriously think it's possible for them to lose money this year from last year at WrestleMania?
Honestly, as much as for me, I'm one of those people where I usually don't care about when somebody comes in from the outside, like the Mayweather thing, whatever with Big Show, but people tuned in to watch to see what happened. I mean, people will probably tune in to see Ronda, and that'll probably be the only time they ever watch WWE. But
it just blows my mind for people to say, honestly, that they don't think this is going to be anything good for business.
Did anyone say that here?
I feel like that's what Harry's getting at.
No. I'm saying it's a...
he's eating.
having a bologna cheese burrito roll-up thing. I mean,
A bologna roll-up?
It's
Put the flour tortilla.
You literally take a piece of bologna, you wrap your cheese in it,
bologna
roll it up.
it's a wrap. It's a sandwich wrap, dude.
What the hell makes
Just wrap cheese with bologna and eating it.
The tortilla.
that makes it a burrito?
Put a piece of bologna in it, piece of American cheese, you roll it up nice and tight, and then you snack on it.
This is the goddamn cheesy chip conversation all over again.
No.
But I bet that's pretty good if you're fried.
If you go to a high-class restaurant, they'll cut it into a little circle, and they'll call it an hors d'oeuvre. Okay, so, anyhow. My point, Aaron, is if they put Ronda Rousey in a match or against any champion, waste. It's not needed right there. She needs to prove herself before she gets the opportunity for a belt. You just don't walk in.
Boobs. Matches aside. Okay, matches aside. Do you think Ronda Rousey will make WWE money? Yes or no?
I think Ronda Rousey will be in WWE for less than 2 years. I think Ronda
That
Rousey.
doesn't mean that she's not going to make
That's
that
not
money.
an answer, though.
She's going to bring people to WrestleMania, and depending on what happens at WrestleMania, it puts money on her. We don't know what her contract deal is. Does she have a Brock Lesnar deal where she doesn't have to be there all the time? Does she have? Okay, that's what I mean. Brock Lesnar is an attraction. Okay, he doesn't have to be there all the time, and when he's not there, and then he does something after a year or so, it's a big deal. Ronda Rousey could be that attraction, but to put her at Mania in a match against one of your champions is a waste.
I'm with you on that one, Brian. Just wanted to point that out.
Now, will Ronda Rousey make money for this company? I don't know. If we're talking WrestleMania, this is the biggest paycheck they all get all year long. This is the biggest paycheck WWE gets in a year. Okay? It's always going to make money because it's WrestleMania. There's nothing that's not going to make money about it. People come in from around the globe. So that we know this. We've been to them live. We know what happens. It's crazy. It's insane. This is the time when every freaking wrestling fan on the face of the damn planet shows up in one city for 4 days, and this city becomes, no matter which go, no matter what you do, not into somebody who is not a professional wrestling fan. That's WrestleMania. That's SummerSlam. That happens. Ronda Rousey being there, it's going to turn off it's going to turn off some fans. They're going to be like, well, what the hell is she doing here? Why?
All right, just pointing out right now before you continue on, 9 T-shirts already on the WWE shop. 9 different styles. Ronda Rousey T-shirts, 9 different styles.
And one of them.
Yeah, but are they selling?
I can't check that because I don't know how to check that, but they usually try to. The news usually comes out near the end of the month on how they did for previous month.
And those T-shirts kind of resemble another man's T-shirts, don't they?
No shit.
Because
you know that's
permission from Hot Rod to do that.
Yeah.
You do know on Instagram they literally posted a picture of him and Ronda today. His Instagram.
He's dead.
Yeah, but his family still runs that shit. They've started posting again.
Were you guys not aware that his son Colt physically gave Ronda that jacket to wear?
For Raw, yeah, or after the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I feel like you guys didn't know that.
I did, yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, we did. Doesn't change shit.
Yeah, I don't gave it back.
Roddy, when Roddy had a podcast before he passed away, he specifically said he gave Ronda his blessing. He wanted her to succeed, thought she had a future in wrestling, wanted her to be Rowdy Ronda. I mean, brought her on his show, everything.
Her being called Rowdy, her having the shirt, don't bother me at all. I don't give a shit about that. Boobs is the only one losing his shit over that. I know Hot Rod gave her permission. Like I said, Hot Rod's Instagram posted a picture of him and Ronda together. And he looked very happy. She looked ecstatic.
When Roddy passed away a few years ago, that weekend was Ronda's fight with Betch Correia in Brazil. And she dedicated that fight to Roddy afterwards.
I remember that.
And she was crying in the octagon talking about it too. So there's that.
In the long run, though, Ronda Rousey being there isn't going to make a hill of beans difference. It's because no matter who's there, no matter who's on that roster, if you're not putting on great television, if you're not coming up with great stories, if the performers aren't having great matches, they're not going to make money because nobody's going to go see them. Nobody's going to go to house shows. Nobody's going to give a crap that Ronda Rousey's there because it's a horrible product. We've seen that with companies like Impact Wrestling and TNA. That happened. They had great talent. But
apples and oranges.
Nope. It's professional stuff. All the same. ROH isn't as big as WWE, yet they do great business. Evolve isn't as big as WWE, yet they manage to pack every show that they have and make money. So it's not apples and oranges. It's all professional wrestling.
We'll
To quote Mark Hamill, I fundamentally disagree with almost everything you're saying.
That's fine, because apples and oranges would be comparing MMA to WWE. Apples versus oranges. Two different, totally different things. XFL to NFL. Two totally separate things.
Yeah,
No, they're both football.
No, we don't know what the hell XFL is going to be right now.
Jeez.
If NFL and XFL is apples and oranges, WWE and TNA is apples and oranges.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they kind of are. They are definitely products.
Dude, Aaron, I totally agree with you. Sorry, Boobs.
It's all professional wrestling. That makes it all the same.
It is, but it isn't. I mean, how many times?
No, you can't tell me Lucha Underground and WWE are the same fucking thing.
No, there's Lucha Underground.
Dude, take that stupidity out of your mouth right now. Take it out. Don't look at it again. Put it someplace safe. Forget about it.
Evidently,
Just
you got
stop. Stop, folks. Stop.
Sky, I love you. No.
It's all the same.
Now, we can go a step further and say something like WWE and, say, Shikara are like apples and Chinese food.
Fish fingers and custard.
Yeah, apples and wontons, we'll say that.
Yeah, but Takara's also tastes pretty good, too.
Oh gosh.
These are very bad tasting.
I hate Chikara. See?
Yeah, Scott's not a fan of the Chikara.
I think it's funny as hell.
That's the problem. It's too funny. There's got to be a balance to it. There's way too many comedy spots.
Is that where Chuck Taylor did the invisible hand grenade?
He did that in PWG too. He just did that shit. That's one reason why I never liked Chuck Taylor.
Well, there's one thing you have in common with Jim Cornette.
I probably have a lot of things in common with Jim Cornette. I'm just not going to admit any of them.
You're both extremely angry people.
I'm not angry at all. I'm actually having a really good time right now.
That's definitely something that Jim Cornette would say, passively aggressive.
Oh, no. You'll know when I'm passive aggressive. I've been that all week.
Oh god.
I feel like you're always passive aggressive.
Oh man.
I'm just usually aggressive with you.
I love you guys. I swear to God, as much of a train wreck as this show started out, it's turned into a pretty goddamn good conversation. Oh man.
It always does.
And shockingly,
You should meet somewhere.
what now?
Scott and Jim Cornette. I feel like they should just meet somewhere.
Oh
And we
gosh.
should all have.
I don't meet that man ever.
Why?
I don't like Jim Cornette.
Would
That's why we
you
wanna
tell
hear
him
it.
that? Would you tell him how you feel about him?
I'd probably tell him that I think you're an asshole. Go fuck yourself.
Would you whack him with a tennis racket?
No, because I don't want to get arrested and I like my job. Since you're not working, please do go. Are you working actually?
Whom are you talking to?
Well, Boobs.
Me?
Yeah.
No, not.
Perfect. You go whack the tennis racket then. You don't have a job to lose yet.
I would, because I actually like Jim Cornette.
Aw.
I like your a crazy old man rant about 35, 40 years ago. I do that.
Well, can you try to make sure then, Boobs? Can you make this happen? Try to make sure Vince Russo is there so at WrestleMania weekend so that we can see the Cornette and Vince Russo fight.
Now that would be beautiful.
I don't think I want to be there to witness someone brutally murdered.
I don't know, dude. I just to me, they should legit pay-per-view that. Let them actually fight.
I'll allow it.
Whoa, I have a question for you guys now since it was brought up. Vince Russo, Hall of Fame.
Fuck no.
Oh God, it's such a loaded question because he was so involved.
Russo, Hall of Fame.
Oh, hell no.
God, such a fucking loaded.
Now you guys are just being whiny little bitches about it.
I hate to say yes, but yes.
No.
I hate to fucking say it, but yes. He was involved with both fucking products.
Every single thing about his career has been he said, she said. We don't know what he actually contributed because everyone contradicts each other about it. If you ask Russo, he never had a bad idea. If you ask everyone else, any bad idea came from Russo. Like,
if you ask McMahon, he had a lot of bad ideas. And we saw what happened with WCW when he was given the reins of the company. A whole shit ton of bad ideas.
But we got Bryan's favorite wrestling movie out of it.
He's not here anymore.
No, he left, damn it. Oh.
But, I mean, for example, the Last Rites match is one that a lot of people bring up in TNA, where the casket comes down from the ceiling, and it's just atrocious. So, if you ask Russo, because the whole crowd was chanting "Fire Russo," Russo says that he had nothing to do with that match. Dutch Mantel, who, as far as I know, no one has ever accused Dutch Mantel of lying about anything. Dutch Mantel goes on a shoot interview and says, yeah, that damn sure was Vince Russo. He'll deny it, but, I mean, it's got Russo written all over it. And Dutch was there. He was also writing for the Knockouts at the time. I mean, everyone.
Time for the Knockouts.
Didn't he create the Viagra on a pole match? Wasn't that one of his great concepts, Viagra on a pole?
But
well on a...
let me say one thing though. We're talking about him. We remember his stuff, whether it was bad or whether it was good. We remember his stuff, and again, we're thinking of the Coco Beware type rule or whatever like that. It's one of those situations where we are remembering him for something, and whether it be good or bad, it's still memorable.
Well, here's the difference. Coco Beware was Vince Russo. Nothing, nada, zero, nothing.
I mean, he put the world title on himself, and then refused to job to anybody to lose the title.
He's a piece of crap. In real life, he's a piece. Any man that goes out, he has picked fights with dead people. He has went on his own show and berated people who are dead. They cannot defend themselves. Now, if it's coming from a professional wrestler who knew the guy, that's one thing. But it's coming from a guy who never knew him. Well, I heard this, and I heard that, and I heard... No, that is how life works, Mr. Russo.
Let's turn the question back on Scott. Answer your own question.
As much shit as the man has done in the end, I would have to say yes. And my reasoning for this is, I want to see the internet blow up when it's announced.
Dude, it would go insane.
I want to listen to the Jim Cornette Experience when it's announced.
Because Jim Cornette's not in. He came out. Wait, did he get in this past year, or was it?
No, he came out to induct the Rock and Roll Express.
I was gonna say, I thought he just inducted somebody. So Cornette's not in. Who do you? Okay, do you think Cornette gets in? And if it is, do you think it's before Russo? I would think so.
Put them both in at the same time.
Oh my God!
Oh, that was great.
That's the Hall of Fame ceremony. Let's set up a ring. Let them give their speeches.
Here's the only way that would work leading up to it, because it would never actually take place. They would call Cornette first, ask him if he's willing to do it. He says yes. They play the video package on TV. The next week, they call Russo, and they're like, hey, would you do this? He says, yeah, bro. They play the package on TV.
Cornette comes back and says, fuck this
shit. As soon as the package is done, Cornette calls WWE, says, fuck you, I'm not coming. So,
Corny looks like the bad guy. He looks corny.
For about 5 minutes, they'll both be in the same class, but it'll never actually take place.
Then, they both showed up. There would be an implosion of the venue like not seen before. There would be a fucking crater hole the size of the hole with the crater of the asteroid that killed dinosaurs, wherever that baby lives.
I was because when I'm having a bad day, I like to listen to Jim Cornette talk about Vince Russo. So yesterday, I pulled up a video, and I forgot this one existed. He was a U-shoot. I mean, this was back when Cornette was with Ring of Honor, because he was wearing an ROH T-shirt. but he was talking about everyone on his shit list. And they pulled Cornette's name out of the bag, or not Cornette, Russo's name out of the bag, and he put it at the top of the list, like above number one. And he said something I've never heard anyone express so much hatred for anything or anyone in my life. He goes, I've officially made it my life's goal I've started a diet. I'm changing the ways that I live. I am going to outlive Vince Russo. I don't care if I have to be 93. I'm going to live longer than him so that I can live to see the day that I can stand over his grave and piss on it.
There's something wrong with that man.
That is a new kind of hatred I didn't know existed.
Dude, that's insane, but
that's a medical condition.
I don't think anybody's denying he has some sort of condition.
Yeah, I think even if he's got.
God, half the time he talks, I think he's gonna have a coronary while he speaks.
That's like Trump madness, but with Vince Russo instead.
Did you know that the rat in Mankind's vignettes? Remember how he was playing with the little rat?
Yeah.
That was Jim Cornette's pet rat.
Seriously?
Yeah. What was the rat's name? I'm gonna have to look it up now.
I don't know.
Nothing wrong with a pet rat.
No, but even when the thing died, he kept it in his freezer for a long time.
What the fuck?
I heard that story. I've heard that story too.
Um,
It's a pet. You know, it's a pet.
Dude, you bring it to the vet, you get it cremated, you get a little box.
George the rat. George the rat.
That's funny.
Did you hear Mankind talk about how he was terrified of rats, though, when they brought that animal back to him? He was like, terrified. Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, my God. That would be like the Hall of Fame that we would never, ever forget. Vince Russo?
Vince Russo, Jim Cornette. Who else can we throw in there to cause some shit?
I feel like there would be a lot of people boycott the Hall of Fame because of Vince Russo.
Oh, yeah, I do, too.
And there'd be a lot of people that would be like, oh, can't wait for this shit show.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Like Reddit and all that, dude. That would be fucking. Honest to God, I think that would do more business than Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
Holy hell, dude. Yeah, because you got people who are gonna tune in for the chaos, and there's people who are like, yeah, they may tune out and say, yeah, no way. But again, they're still going to be talking about it. They're going to be there's going to be a lot of impressions online for just that. And Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they're going to see the lot of those impressions because of it. Shit, man. That would honestly, I think that would be fucking phenomenal if that happened now.
You're all welcome now.
Speaking of it.
Hey, I was one of the only ones who agreed with you at the very beginning that reluctantly, but yes.
Speaking of impressions, y'all heard about Booker T and Corey Graves having their little beef?
Supposedly that was a work.
It was a total work.
No shit, it was a work.
Wait. Dave Meltzer picked it up. Taz picked it up. Stone Cold picked it up. Forbes picked it up. USA Today picked it up. All these supposed sports journalist people picked it up and ran with it as a story. And it came out on Booker T's podcast that they were just ribbing each other.
Well, it blows my mind that everybody thought this thing was real. Because to me, Booker T had Nick Anthony written all over him.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
The Corey Graves Booker T feud.
Booker T and Corey Graves.
Okay, that doesn't explain anything, because you said that before, and I know we're talking about that. What are we talking about here?
Okay.
You didn't know about it.
So Booker. Okay.
What are we talking about here?
Booker T got moved off of Raw for the coach, and supposedly the way it was built up, it was Corey Graves talking shit is what got Booker T kind of moved off the desk.
Now this had people going out calling Corey Graves a racist, calling Corey Graves all kinds of crap, when it was all a rib.
And he took shots at Booker on the last two Raws too.
Mm-hmm. They were having a good time. They were just joshing. They were, they're friends. They were having, friends play with each other that way, right? It was all for fun. And Booker's thing was Booker got moved back to where Booker wanted to be within the company. He didn't want to be out there. He can do it, he said, but he didn't want to be out there. That isn't the role he wanted. Booker, he runs his own promotion down in Texas, a very successful independent promotion. Him and his brother run down there. And he wanted to get back to work, training these guys down there, because some of the guys you see in NXT and on TV are Booker T trained guys and girls. They've moved up the ladder. He's a feeder system for WWE, and that's where he wants to be. So he was ecstatic about the news that he was being replaced by Jonathan Coachman.
Which, how do you guys think he's doing so far?
I think Coach is doing great. I really do. I think he deserves the spot. ESPN doesn't have a place for him now, so go back home to WWE. He's going to be better there than a lot of other people. And think about who we're not getting back. That's a godsend. No JBL.
I thought you were going to say Otunga.
Yeah, that could be worse.
Oh, it could be way worse. I forgot about it. You know, that's how great Otunga was. I just totally forgot about him completely.
Why is he still employed?
Because he's married to, or what was engaged.
Because he's going to, I feel like he's going to take over when Jerry McDevitt dies.
Is their lawyer?
Yeah, that's their lawyer that won all those battles with Bischoff back in the day.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hey, does he go into the Hall of Fame?
Bischoff? Yeah.
I thought you were talking about McDevitt.
Yeah, too, considering all the shit he's gotten them out of, yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a legit.
That's his own wing.
Yeah, the Warrior Award.
Do you
It's the WWE McDevitt Hall of Fame.
do you think, okay, since if we're talking of the possibilities, after all the crap that happened with Hebner, do you think Hebner will ever get in?
I think he should.
I think both Hebner should go in, yes. I mean, if it's up to Earl to retire, and whatever his brother's name is, I can't remember.
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that their contribution to WWE is for as far as referees go, the only person that I could think outshined them was Danny Davis.
Yeah, I was going to say they should really unban him and lift the 10-year life. He was banned for life plus 10 years for being a referee. So they need to take the 10 years away and unban him and allow him to be a referee again so he can be in the Hall of Fame.
Danny Davis?
Yeah, dangerous Danny Davis.
I'd be okay with that.
Not to be confused with Danny Davis and OVW.
Yeah. Referee Danny Davis, yeah. But now, here's another guy that I think should go in the Hall of Fame. Johnson. For the music. I mean, for...
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's one that is a head scratcher.
I'm sure there's a bunch of us here that still sing the songs.
Hell yeah, Jim Johnson, yeah.
I'm a real American. I mean, every theme song from the 1980s, 90s, 2000s, he did.
The only thing is Daniel doesn't know any of them, just so you guys know.
He's giving me shit because the other day he's playing things over a damn PlayStation headset and I could barely hear shit.
No, you know every other thing.
Whatever.
You don't know your theme songs.
Whatever.
If I turn on some Five Finger Death Punch before the first note even hits, you're like, oh, Bad Company. But if I play freaking Mike Awesome's theme song, he's like, I don't know who it is. I'm like, he's fucking saying Awesome Bomb.
Again, because I couldn't hear the lyrics.
Even after I told you the lyrics, you were like, I don't know who that is.
I didn't hear you say Awesome Bomb. Whatever, man.
There's a lot of people that should go into a Hall.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the WWE music whatever DVD that's on there, like it's actually really cool to like have him go behind the scenes in the studio with like Saliva and some of the other music acts that have done stuff for the WWE. Plus, then it's just him going through talking about the classics as well. It's a really good one if you get a chance to go. It's under I think it's Beyond the Mat section or Beyond whatever. I don't know the exact section name, but it's all with all the WWE DVDs that they have on the network.
So let's wrap this up. Who do you guys think's going in for the women this year? We got our tag team. We got our big star. We got our main eventer. That was Goldberg. We got the Dudleys. Who goes in for the women?
I don't even know who's in for the women, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, I'll bring that up real quick.
We know who's not.
No, I don't, because I don't know who's in.
All right, list of members in the WWE Hall of Fame, according to the almighty wiki. Let's go individuals. Let's see. I'm going through here. So Moolah obviously is in. Mae Young is in. Unfortunately, this thing is like arranged by fucking years. So Sensational Sherry is in. Going through this list. Well, Wendy Richter is there. What? Sunny was in? Wow.
Yeah, she gave a lot of head.
Was she? I don't even remember her being in. That's weird.
That says enough.
Yeah, Trish Stratus, Lita, and then Alundra Blaze is there. Jacqueline,
Yes.
and Beth Phoenix.
Victoria, then.
Victoria, I would. Oh, I hope.
I'd really like to see Ivory.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, either Victoria or Ivory, I think, should be the next woman to go in.
What about Milena?
No, not before.
As forgetful as you are, did you know Bret Hart's in the Hall of Fame?
Fuck you.
What about Shawn Michaels?
I had no idea.
Well, Daniel is just forgetful. I'm just trying to refresh him.
He's giving me shit.
What about Goldust's ex-wife, Terry?
No.
We heard you say Marlena. We already said no.
Yeah, I honestly, I think Scott's on the right track there with those two.
You know, that's one of the
Scott and Aaron, Ivory and Victoria, I think are right there. I think WWE didn't do justice for Gail Kim right now to let her in so soon, but I think she should be there.
It felt like Beth Phoenix was such a random name last year.
Yeah, kind of.
Before, but so out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Is Sable in there?
Sable is not. I did not say. I didn't see her name. So.
Sable?
She doesn't need to be.
So, okay, out of the possibilities, Ivory or Victoria will be like the top two? Or
Yeah.
Now, I could have swore.
Wait a second. What about Miss Elizabeth?
I think is Elizabeth in there?
No.
Well, why not?
Yeah, then she should be the one to go in next, easily.
It should be.
Or how about we just continue on with the family tradition there and put Luna Vachon in there?
Luna's not in there either?
How about we put 2 or 3 women in this?
Unless she was, and then maybe just I'm missing it on this list here. I thought she might have been in there, but
No, Luna's not in the Hall of Fame.
You know what? I think Scott's onto something here. Maybe they will put a couple of women with the Women's Revolution to really, promote that thing, the women. This year, we've never done this before. We have Ivory's going in, Miss Elizabeth's going in.
What about the Jumping Bomb Angels? If you want to put more than one in, just do that.
Leilani Kai.
Can we make an argument for Bull Nakano?
yeah.
We can make a great argument for Bull Nakano. That would be.
Can we do something like, I don't know, an Antonio Inoki and, bring in Aja Kong?
I mean, if you can put in Tatsumi Fujinami,
Yeah.
you can put in Bull Nakano.
And Bull Nakano works for WWE, so.
Yeah, but my point was for that would be more like her time in the WWE was pretty short, though.
What about Bertha Faye?
That silence might say.
I don't know, man.
My sweet Bertha Faye.
What if it got Katie?
Oh, God.
You know what? I think a lot of us to see Bertha Faye would have to look at her indie work, her pre-WWE work, to see how she worked there. If that was good, then yeah.
Now, here's the side thing. What if they were to put somebody in, like, Mount Fiji? Or start inducting some of the women from Glow?
Well, then that would be Ivory.
Yeah.
But Ivory's there, but also you had Mount Fiji. Look at how many women in Glow actually were good at what they did. But at its time was a very cool thing back during the era. I remember watching it on ESPN.
On the ESPN.
I think on Monday you would turn in and you would see some you get to see a little bit of World Class Championship Wrestling from Dallas, Texas there on Mondays, and then on Tuesdays on ESPN in the afternoon after you got home from school when I was a kid, when I was a youngin', we get to see some Glow, some gorgeous ladies of wrestling. Then we would get to see some AWA from up there in Minnesota under Vern Gagna.
Oh, good lord.
Gagne. How's it pronounced Gagne? It's spelled G-H-E-N-E. It's Gagne.
Hey, it's just as bad as the hockey player. Her last name is R-O-Y, and it's said Waugh instead of Roy.
No, it's Roy.
Or currently on CM Punk's favorite team, Jonathan Taves, spelled T-O-W-E-S.
Wow. So and then on Thursdays when you tuned in, you got to see a little bit of that UWF wrestling coming out of Texas, which is where Sting and the Ultimate Warrior got their start at. But they also had. Then you got to see Southwest Championship, which had like Tully Blanchard and Ted DiBiase. Oh my God! Did you know Ted DiBiase and Tully Blanchard were once young?
Oh, really?
They were back in my era. They were youngins.
Good lord.
Not that. And then on Saturdays, you'd wake up in the morning because at about 9 a.m. you would get WWF Superstars on one channel, and then you would go to USA to get WWF All American Wrestling at 11.
I have a very important question to ask. Aaron, are you offended at Harry's attempt at a southern accent?
No.
Okay.
I'm not to be a southern.
Just had to ask.
And then Saturday afternoon.
Hey, by the way, I'm going to ask you guys to start pronouncing my name the way that it's actually pronounced. Tom. My last name is actually pronounced Smith.
On that note, I'm calling it.
I started with Daniel, Scott, and Tom.
Oh, good lord. Scott, you got anything to add before we go?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, for the love of Christ. Alright, we'll be sure to hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff on the YouTube. Add us up on Instagram, Girl Blood Radio, Scott NDX, DKorea247, the Boobs 24/7, right? And then, what is your damn name now on there, Aaron? Or Tom, whatever the fucking hell you're calling yourself now?
Smith. D. Tom Smith. Oh, no, my Twitter.
Tom, do you mind if I call you Bill?
I guess not.
Tom is now Bill.
I think, I don't know. He came up with some random ass username called, I think it was Tong the Chong, or I don't know what the hell it is.
My YouTube is changed. I'm trying to win people back. I think, yeah, it's now the HB3247.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the Boobs, people thought it was coming to a porn site.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, for Scott and Harry the Boobs, and for the artist formerly known as Madonna over there, Daniel Korea, thank you guys for listening to Gorilla Blood, and hopefully next week is not as bad of a clusterfuck as this show was tonight. We'll see you next time around.
That was